Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's vlog, I'm going to share my personal experience applying for a Portugal visa from Canada. So if you are planning to apply, then I have got some useful tips, do's and don'ts, and obviously a few things I wish I knew earlier. To keep things clear and easy to follow, I have divided this entire video into two parts so that you can watch whatever part is the most relevant to you. Well, we just wanted to escape this long and crazy Canadian winter. But if you are thinking of visiting a Schengen country which is close to Toronto, then Portugal is the second closest option after Iceland. So for Iceland, it takes around 5 hours from Toronto to Iceland if you take a direct flight, and it takes 7 hours from Toronto to Portugal, again if you are taking a direct flight. But obviously we didn't choose Iceland due to the weather, and the weather is almost like Canada. So Portugal, it seemed like the best option. Also, we wanted to try the famous toboggan ride in Madeira Island and the beautiful Pina Palace in Sintra, then like lot of places in Lisbon and Porto. So I mean, there are lot of places to explore in Portugal. Obviously, I'll be saving all of those details for my upcoming video. Another big plus, there are several direct flights from Toronto to Portugal, which takes only 7 hours, which obviously I mentioned. And the visa processing time is way shorter compared to other Schengen countries. Also, there are so many appointment slots available, which makes your life much smoother and less stressful. But before that dream comes true, the next question is, if you have a work visa or a Canadian PR card, which is a permanent resident card, and an Indian passport, do you need a visa to visit Portugal? The answer is yes, you need a visa. And here the visa process and the paperwork comes in. Several different categories when it comes to Schengen visa, like short stay visa, long stay visa, transit visa, and there are so many more. But I'll talk about the tourist visa or the short stay visa. If you are planning a trip to Portugal, either for vacation or for business trip or a family visit, you need a short stay visa, which allows you to stay inside Portugal or in other Schengen countries for a maximum period of 90 days within 180 days period. There are quite a few requirements, but I'm going to highlight the most important points because rest of the points I have mentioned in the PDF and the link below. So the first one is, and that is the most important, you should have a valid passport, and that should be valid for at least 3 months beyond your return date. Next, a valid Canadian PR card or visa, any Canadian visa. So it will prove that you can come back to Canada and you can enter Canada. Next is proof of travel purpose. So you should have your hotel booking or flight booking or invitation letter. So you need invitation letter when you are visiting your family member. Otherwise, hotel booking and flight booking will be enough. Then the next is to be able to prove your intent to return, like a job letter, written flight ticket, or an employment letter. So if you are already working, then you need an employment letter from your employer stating that I'll be back to Canada once the vacation is over. Like maybe you are applying for 10 days leave or 20 days leave, but it needs to be approved from your employer. Then you have to submit that letter too. And if you are not working and you are going to join any new company, then you can just showcase your job letter, and obviously you will be booking your return flight ticket. Important point, which is the travel medical insurance covering at least 30,000 euro. So this is very important, and I'm going to discuss in the part 2 of this video. Another important point is to demonstrate sufficient financial means to support your stay. A personal Canadian bank statement for the past 3 months showing your name and all transactions on your account. So it can be checking account or your savings account. A minimum of $120 per day is required, plus flight expenses amount. It's for everyone, but for students it's $50 per day plus flight expenses amount. So now don't forget I have already included a link in the description, so you can check your specific visa requirements and eligibility based on your nationality. And also be sure to check that before you start your application. To apply for a Portugal visa, you need to visit the official online portal where you can register and create an account. Also, I have included the link in both the PDF and the video description for easy access. Once you are logged in with your username and password, you will be taken to a dashboard where you need to fill up all the required details and also the Schengen visa application form. After completing the form accurately, you need to submit it through the portal. You will receive a filled Schengen visa in a PDF format, and that is required for your visa appointment. So the form will include the date and the time of your visa appointment. You do not need to pay anything during the form submission. The visa fee is to be paid on the day of your appointment at the consulate. One important thing, don't forget to carry cash or debit card because they don't accept credit card. So don't forget your debit card PIN. To avoid making this video too long, I have created a separate video showing the step-by-step guide on how to fill out the form. You can find that link on the part 2 of this video. When I applied for the first time, my passport was stamped and delivered within 8 days. But during the second application, it took around 17 days due to a high volume of applications. So it's better to apply well in advance, especially during the peak season. The first time I applied, I received a 3-month visa and 2 entries, and the second time I received a 5-month visa with multiple entries. So that wraps up the part 1 of the Portugal visa series. I have covered requirements and eligibility, how to apply, the timeline and visa validity based on my personal experience. So what can you expect in part 2? In part 2, I'll be sharing my first-hand experience with the entire visa process, including when I applied, what documents I submitted, the challenges I faced, and how I tracked my application. I'll also cover some important do's and don'ts that can truly make a difference in your application journey. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description. See you in the part 2.